What's up, YouTube? It's me, Bontacoon, here to give you an update on our invasion of Kingdom 35. Guys, a lot has happened since I stopped recording. The video was getting too long, and I wanted to give it a break, but things kept happening. We went over to Frozen Fort, and things got very crazy. I'm pretty sure I didn't have that recorded at the time, but I went there. And the end result was this guy right here came after me. And the fact that he, the biggest member of this particular guild, came after me, it's a bit of an honor. But came because the other people, they just couldn't quite take me down. The thing about it is I just kept sheltering and fake rallying whenever I knew I'd lose. But when I knew I'd win, I let them hit me, and they would lose a lot of stuff. So I'm going to show you some of the reports that I had. As you can see, there was a little bit of stuff going on. First off, this little guy, he was probably like 16 million might, threw his troops at me. He only had 33,000. 13,000 of them got killed. That really sucks for him. But yeah, I think he thought that my troops were going to stay sheltered and that I was just going to take the hit. And that was not the case, so he hurt from that a little bit. And then he kept hitting one of my teammates, D11S, and you know, I'm not okay with him hitting her. So the second that his troops landed back in his city before he could shelter it, I took it, I wiped him out, and I captured his leader. Which, just silly. Like, these people can't really fight. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, this guy, he attacked me, and I'll be honest, I trapped him a little bit. He's 60 million might. He's definitely stronger than me. I calculated it up, and his research was at least as good as mine. His gear was a little bit better. There's pretty much no reason why he could have lost except for the fact of sheer numbers, but this was a heck of a loss for him. 29,000 dead, more wounded, and I only took 47,000 wounded. All I did was I repaired about 39,000 of my wall HP, and he didn't bother to recognize that I had done that, so he didn't send any siege, so I'm assuming that it took him a little too long. Not to mention the fact that some of mine that were wounded are Tier 1 and Tier 2 troops. So, I like to think I came out on top. After that is when the 145 million might guy showed up and tried hitting me. I let him land one hit to see what he had, and he had sent a full wave of some Tier 4 ancient Drake Riders, and I think he had some Tier 3 layers. He dealt some damage, but it wasn't nearly as impressive as I thought. Then again, he is only 145 million might, and I landed a successful report on him, and he's sitting with 2 million troops, so a lot of that is troop might. So I'm guessing that if he's Tier 4, he's barely Tier 4. But anyway, I left that area because part of the UU wanted me to join them in an assault on the Up 1 hive, and so I helped join that assault. Here's one of the hits, and quite happy about this hit. Yeah, they don't believe in infirmaries. I really don't know why they think that they're too good to have infirmaries, but they're all hurting because of it. I took his leader, I took a lot of resources, and 2.5 million might to my 94,000 might lost. And that's crazy. I mean, you go and you look at that, at my wounded right there. That's not too bad. Some of my dead are just layers too. It's pretty crazy. And there's 2 more reports, because I captured his leader too. And basically the same story is low on infirmaries. You should be able to hold less than 100,000 troops in your infirmaries. That shouldn't be an issue. And then I scouted this guy, and let me tell you, he was probably 12 million might. You know, okay. But to have 2.1 million troops seemed a little fishy, so I kind of assumed that it was a bluff. I don't think that even with you reinforced, you can hold that many troops. In addition to the fact that I have enough research unlocked that I will know. However, he actually sheltered his leader, so good for him on that. So I hit him, calling his bluff, and boy, that was a one big bluff. But, you know, kudos to him. He sheltered, and for the most part, his infirmary held everything. So he was the one rational guy that I saw in the group. So I didn't go back for a second hit to take his resources away. But, yeah, these people cannot fight. And it's crazy, and, you know, the Up One Hive was in a nice little thing of islands, and I decided that I wanted it. I liked it, so I went and I squatted, and 2 of my people came with me because there were 3 spots open on the islands that were there, and long story short, within the progress of about 12 hours, we've got this. So, welcome to what is quickly becoming the new F&N Hive, guys. It's a pleasure to meet you. Looks like another one just ported out a little bit ago. This guy, his days are numbered. I am being merciful about it because they are fairly peacefully leaving. There's a little opposition, but not too much. So I told my people to wait a day to hit them more. I was honestly surprised. They sent, you guys remember Tufu, the guy that tried to zero me? Yeah, he showed back up and tried to hit me again. But I was sheltered this time. I wasn't even on when he hit me. I was busy doing some volunteer work, but he tried to hit, and I got online, and I was just like, oh, hey, buddy, how are you doing? And he was just like, and then he was just like, it's acceptable, which I'm assuming means that he's doing alright. The, translator isn't the best, but it seemed like that. I was nice to the guy, and he said, look out, you're fine. I assumed that something was either translated wrong, or I just don't quite understand the message. But when I had checked again, he had ported out, and so had a couple of the Up One castles. I think that more are to come. But in any case, there's other exciting developments too. One of them being another guild from Kingdom 16 has come over by the name of X1, Rise of the Fallen. As you can see, they're ranked 2nd here. They are a strong group, very strong group, and they held forts for a little bit in Kingdom 16, but due to their size over there, they weren't too substantial. Here, they're ranked 2nd. They've got some strong people. I mean, you look right there, you got 2 people right there with tier 4. That's not dominating the map, but at the very least, there's more hope now. People are starting to really believe, and people are starting to actually fight. This discrimination on this server where these ruling CN Alliance guilds think that they're better than everybody else because they're born in Asia or whatever, it's not going to fly anymore. And we're making that slowly more and more clear, and I'm proud of my guild. I'm proud of everything that we're accomplishing. We took some really bad hits on our way out the door from Kingdom 16. HD is going on a rampage, and they are getting everyone that they can. They even managed to get one of my top members, D'Angelo. D'Angelo was like 45 million might. Now he's down to 27 million, and granted most of those ended up in the infirmary, but he's still licking his wounds. Max was hit too. He was knocked down from about 37 million. Hannibal was about the only one that managed to get away with not getting hit. I am about recovered from the 100,000 troops that I lost in my last video. If you remember, let's see what I got now. Granted, that's not all, or even really close to, troop numbers that I got. I actually completed a little more research. See, I only have 412,000. I had nearly 500,000 when I came to this place. My Royal Cavalry are still lacking now because of all the battles I've done. My Royal Guards are somehow standing strong, and I have hardly any losses with that. Also, my layers are getting pretty low, so I'm going to have to train more of those. But in any case, I've been simply completing a little more research, and I'll show you that right here, because I would love for you to see my progress. When on the military front we got quick maneuvers at 10, and then all this right up here is at 9, and in addition to that, my cavalry health as of last night has reached level 9, and infantry health is heading to level 9. Other than that, the rest is at 8. So I still have a way to go to tier 4, especially because I've heard that you need economy at level 10, and I am heavily lacking in that right now, as you can see. I heard that you don't have to do gem harvesting, though. But, yeah, I've got 1 at 8, 1 at 7, and the rest are like 6s and 4s and stuff, so long way to go. I've earned a lot of experience fighting, though. As you can see right here, I am well over a third of the way to level 60. I still need to unlock, like, gear swapping, because this is long and tedious, but it's not quite long and tedious enough to take the time away from researching to tier 4 to do. I'm perfectly fine with it right now. Let's see now. I'll have wall defending. Yeah. Walls for days, my friends. I haven't been attacked in a few hours, so my walls are actually starting to repair a little bit. It's still a little ways away, though. And by a little ways away, I mean 13 more days at least. But we're sitting at 13,000, so if somebody attacks, they can have fun destroying some of my traps, because that's really the only result that's going to happen right now. I'm going to throw this sucker into a fake rally. And then I am probably going to call it a day for now. My friends, a lot of stuff is happening here. I hope you're enjoying these videos, and I'm hoping that you're enjoying watching this progress to this kingdom. The CN alliances are going to suffer. They are going to suffer badly, and to show that I'm not just being racist towards Chinese guilds, there's a Chinese guild out there. Where is it? Because there was some, I learned, Chinese Civil War that happened because there were too many Chinese guilds, and they fought each other. And which one was it? I think they're around like 1.1. We keep fluctuating between 19th and 18th. I think it's this one, actually. It is. I saw this guy in World Chat, and he declared that he does not support the CN alliances, and I promptly declared to him, well, then you're no enemy to us. They're all Chinese. They got some strong people, too, and they openly say that they do not support them. It even says right there in where it says SKE that they are hostile towards them. Hostile SKE and all affiliated federations. They seem like a decent group, although the language barrier will make it very difficult to work along with them. They are not by any means enemies to us. I also sent mails out to this guy. He is apparently a diplomat of sorts for them, and he tried to persuade me to leave peacefully. I told him no. I did it in the most respectful way that I could think of. However, I told him that because his guild supports the actions of the top CN Alliance guilds, they have to be enemies whether I like it or not. And so, here we are. I hope you like this video. I look forward to making more. Bye, guys.